Ricky Cross. Hi, my name is Anna, and I'm a singer.
Hi, my name is Peyton, and I'm a dancer.
And today, what are we doing today?
Today, we are back with a very special video. Like, actually a very special video. And we will be reacting to Hoshi Kwon-Young in his Spider Studio Tune performance.
Yes, so this is a very special video because we don't usually react to things like this, but we're making a special exception because 1, 17 is one of our top groups for both of us. My number 1 group, Peyton's number 2 group. 2, because we weren't able to react to the music video when it came out last week because of other things, being busy. And so going into this, we actually have both already seen the music video, which means also listen to the song. And this is gonna be, for me, more fangirling purposes. For Peyton, also fangirling, but also she gets to like be technical fangirling because it's freaking Kwon-Young Hoshi, and we all know that he's like a dancer, choreographer, dancer. So
I'm so excited. I might cry. Let's go.
Oh, it does have the frames. Oh my god.
Ooh, even the details down to the fingers. See the flip? Ooh. Oh, it looks like his spider logo.
It's like slowly starting to open up.
Oh, that position.
You can hear Woozi as the background vocals.
Yeah. It's like it's just so detailed. It's beautiful. I will cry. It's the whole thing.
Whoa!
Within.
Not from the side. I wonder.
Oh, that's also spider-like. So he does come out. Even the fingers.
My immediate thought was just like, if he had to restage this for a concert, how would he do that?
I have an idea.
Oh, okay.
I can
That's
show
cool.
you later.
Because I was like, it's from so many different perspectives.
Oh, that's what I was talking about. His foot's pointed. I cry.
Wow.
Ooh.
Oh. Wow.
Wow. That's so cool.
As he travels down. Oh.
I also always forget how tall he is.
He's taller than you think.
Yeah.
I feel like for us.
When he reached up, I was like, oh yeah. Wow, he's stunning.
Oh. Okay, so now it's time for comments, and this is already like a little bit of a different video to begin with, and so comments are going to be done a little bit differently. For one thing, it's going to be kind of conversation style, but mainly this is for Peyton to speak super technically, but also fangirling about Hoshi and his dance skills and performance skills and choreographing skills, and I'll jump in with little interjections like occasionally, so that's the conversation. But I guess to start off, for those of y'all who don't know, Hoshi is Peyton's 17 bias.
If it wasn't obvious by the end of that video.
Hey, people might not know.
Oh my god, I love him so much. He's always been my 17 bias, and it was like a bias that was born out of respect and like awe, and how inspiring he is for how hard he works and how like talented and smart he is. So I was super excited when this was announced, like literally screamed. Going back to your thing where you're like, how would they restage this for a concert? So I have an idea, and like it's obviously not a fully fledged idea, but the first thing that popped into my head was it would be somewhat easy to have the frames connected at the base, have it like one long one, and so then you can rotate it. So you would still have to rearrange a couple of things like at the end when they're sort of like running through and behind the camera to go back to the other side, but that way you could get the front angle, the side angle, come out of it, that sort of thing. The first thing I wanted to say after that was it's just so detailed, like down to the fingertips. The way that he's moving is so detailed, and that is just so Hoshi. Like that's so Kwon Soon Young and his dance style. Like if you look at the other stuff that he's choreographed too, like it's always very meticulous. Even the way you could see at the beginning, he was curling his hands around the bar, or like when he was dancing out in front of the frame with the female dancers and they were actually like moving their fingertips like this as they were moving. It's just insane, like the level of detail that's in the choreography. But also from a technical perspective, wow, you can tell that he's actually like a dancer that like grew up dancing and knows technique, because first of all, his positioning is just stunning. Like I think I said it at one point, I was like, oh, the position, because when he swings like slowly around on the frame and he's got one leg up like this, he's in passe. It's like kind of like a basic dance step, but the way that he's positioned, like his hip is down, his leg is being brought up by the thigh, not by the lower leg, like his foot is tucked behind his knee. I was like, oh my god, the positioning, it's beautiful. And then also his port-de-bras. So port-de-bras in ballet, there's different names for it in other dance styles, but that's, yes, carriage of the arms. Yes, you're correct. The phrase itself means carriage of the arms, but in ballet it refers to how you're moving your arms and also how you're moving like this part, like chest, head, like sort of upper body. And his is just, I'm gonna say stunning again. This really is like technical fangirling. The part in the dance when he's actually turned around and his like arm is up, he's lifted from his chest as he's arched back. He's not just like turning his head. You can see that he's like lifted and his head is arched back. And it's just so technical. And it's just, wow. And then another thing, he pointed his foot. Anna, he pointed his foot. I wanted to cry. That's something that's really important to me on this channel. I talked about it a lot, like pointing your feet, because it really breaks the line. And there were times where he wasn't pointing his feet, and because of who he is as a dancer, I think those times were purposeful, like he was purposefully stepping that way. But when he's backing up, he also was pointing his foot, and it's not just that he's pointing his foot, he was pointing through his ankle, so the line was straight as he was stepping, and it just makes it so clean, and again, just proves that he's actually like a real dancer, because that's like a muscle group that people don't even realize they have to do that.
It's like a spider leg.
It really is like spider.
Because it's like a spider like going...
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. On that topic, there were so many spider-like things in this. Like when he and the backup dancer fall over each other and they've got like the 8 points because of their limbs, and so it's like a spider. Or when they had the logo sort of position. And a lot of it too felt like, obviously with the frames, it's like he's crawling through a web. But with the dancers too, like when they're out in front of the frame, the way that they're positioned and he's sort of like crawling through them and around them. Also, his performance quality is just amazing. Like the gaze that he's got, it draws you in. Wow. Something else that I really noticed is, especially when he was working on the frame, that there's a dance technique, dance trick, and it's like thinking about if you were in a box, basically, which he kind of is, and you think about like the 24 points, so it's like the corners, the sides, the middle, the top, the bottom, that sort of thing. It's an improv technique basically, where you sort of learn how to use the different parts of the box so you're not just staying in one position. But a lot of times when you use props like that, like when you're hanging off of something or inside of something, you revert to that technique as well to make more interesting shapes. And you can tell that not just he, but also the backup dancers are using that to some extent, even if they're not conscious that they're using it, because whenever they place their hand or like a foot or a leg and wrap around it, it's always very purposeful. There's never any adjustment, like where they hit, they grab it and then they wrap around it or something. So that really stuck out to me, especially at the beginning when he's hanging upside down. I have one more comment. Is there anything else you'd like to throw out before I say this?
I felt okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
I should probably say something. No, you're fine. That was like the purpose of us reacting to this.
I'm just so excited.
For you. I keep saying for you as in like as if I don't like him. I really like Hoshi. I literally said 17 is my favorite group. Anyways, but I should probably say something about the music. I really like the song. It's dangerous. It's very dangerous and very sensual. And I mean, the silence, the breath sounds that made me go like, ooh. Yeah, there's just a lot to this. It feels kind of jazzy. Like is he dancing like a jazzy style?
Kind of, but also that's like his background.
Yeah.
When you were like, it's sensual and it's dangerous, I was like, yeah. Like I said, my love for this man was born out of like respect, but also this song. Wow.
You said it's born out of respect, but you didn't explain how it further develops.
Anyways, moving on. Last comment. And it's actually related to what you were just saying about how it's very dangerous. I was going to say he dances like a predator in this, but like not a predator mid-attack when it's very like aggressive, but like the sort of stalking, like tension, like coiled underneath, like you're about to spring and you're like stalking behind something, which makes sense for the spider like sort of theme. But also, this is where Anna's gonna laugh. Then I was like, but it's because he's a tiger. I'm gonna stop because I just literally talked for 10 minutes. I could talk for so much longer, but basically TLDR of my comments is just that I love this man. He's so talented. He's a genius choreographer and dancer, and I was so happy that he had a mixtape.
Okay, sorry, I still have the video pulled up and he's just like staring at me right now. It's so strange.
It's that gaze, I'm telling you.
Okay, I need to just click away from the screen. But yeah, I didn't really say a lot, but just know that the song is amazing and I'm listening to it a lot. I mean, Peyton already TLDR'd all of her dance performance comments. He's amazing.
Kwon Sun Young, hold on. Hey! If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your notification bell, and bye!